Hello and welcome to another episode of Animal Search TV. I don't know about you, but the weeks are flying by. Well, hope you're staying safe and well and not going a little bit crazy in lockdown. Thank you for all your kind messages about the show. We love reading them. Keep them coming. So, what's on the show today? Well, you might be having issues with boredom and your pets, so Wood Green have put together a great little guide how to prevent your dog from getting bored. We meet an amazingly brave little cat called Phoenix, who survived a horrendous ordeal, but with lots of love and care she managed to come through, and it's a real tearjerker. And we got a great little how-to film from Blue Cross to make some cool toys for your pets. And in these tough times for all charities, Cats Protection have put together a great guide for you if you want to raise some much needed funds to help them look after more cats. All coming up on Animal Search TV. So our friends at Wood Green have been doing a brilliant job of late in very trying times, and they know how hard it can be keeping your pets active in both mind and body. So they put together a great guide how to keep your pets from getting bored. Take a look.
Wood Green are really strong advocates for enrichment feeding. In other words, no longer feeding dogs from bowls. Dogs are natural scavengers, foragers. They like to look for their own food. Pet dogs have that mental capacity and mental stimulation removed from them by us just putting food in a bowl, plonking it down in front of them, and mealtime is over in seconds. So what we propose is that people get inventive with different ways of delivering their dog's food, A, to make it last longer, B, to empower them to take responsibility to accessing their own food. It also helps relieve boredom and help with behaviour modification programs. The list of different types of enrichment feeders is endless. So example here, this is a ball with a maze inside of it. You drop the food in, the dog then rolls it around, the food falls out and the dog gets to hoover as it goes by. This is another type, again, food goes into the top, the dog nuzzles it around and food falls out. So it's taking responsibility for accessing its own food. Kongs are a really popular form of enrichment feeding and they are a great idea. They can have all sorts of things put into them, so you could do healthy options by using fruit and vegetables. Obviously, we can't put in things like raisins or grapes because they're potentially poisonous for some dogs and can be deadly. You can also use part of their food. You can put dry food in there that's been perhaps soaked in water, or you can add a bit of tinned meat in there. You can pop it in the freezer when your dog gets really good at it to make it last longer, and that would be a really nice cold treat on a hot day. There's also the snuffle mat idea, and this has become really popular and it's a really good piece of enrichment. All you do is get some of their kibble, lift up the gaps, load it up, hiding bits of kibble all the way through it, and then put it down on the floor in order for your dog to access. If you're on a budget, then you can make your own. So kitchen roll innards or toilet roll innards, you can stuff one end, you can get some food, and I say this would be your dog's daily recommended diet. Would go in, screwed up newspaper, you can block that off. You can have another sheet of newspaper on its own. Something really nice like a bit of ham can get screwed up in there. That can be all screwed up. It can go into the box. You can add all sorts of things in this little box and you can then pop it together and put it down for your dog to open up and enjoy playing with. If you've got somebody who's quite creative in the house, making one of these bottle spinners is a really good idea. And the dogs, once they've worked out how to get the food out, really love these games. Another real fun and interesting thing that you can do with your dog, which is really, really easy, is if you just make up their food in a bowl, especially if you're feeding kibble, and just step out into the garden and either throw the whole lot over your patio or onto your lawn. And if you've got dogs like mine, dinner time will end up lasting about 45 minutes until they've investigated every little blade of grass. So it's a great top tip. So if you're interested in having a go at enrichment feeding, and we really, really hope you are, just bear in mind that not all dogs are going to jump straight in and be able to manage the harder aspects of enrichment feeding. So sometimes you need to make it quite easy to start with. So for instance, with a Kong, you would make it so that just if the dog moved the Kong, food would fall out, which then encourages them to try harder and harder. So gradually, as their competence and confidence grows, you can be much more creative about how to make them work for their food. If you've got any questions about enrichment feeding, please don't hesitate to contact us. We'd love to help.
Oh, terrific stuff and great advice from Wood Green. If you want to see any more great advice, head over to the Wood Green Animal Charity YouTube channel. This is a heartbreaking story of a very brave little cat called Phoenix, but due to the care and compassion of the RSPCA, she came through a very tough ordeal. This is Phoenix's story. Well, that's one very lucky cat, and let's not forget the amazing work by all the staff who helped her through a terrible ordeal. If you want to donate, find out more at www.rspca.org.uk. So we know it can be expensive to buy new toys for your pets, but Blue Cross have made a great little how-to film to make your pet some great toys. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Kerry and this is Diddy. Diddy, like all other dogs, feels his way through the world by using his mouth. Providing a variety of toys can help ensure that your dog has an outlet for some really important activities they need to carry out. Eating, chewing and of course playing. We have 5 toys that your dog will love, depending on what their personality is and what they enjoy doing. Up first, a classic, the ball. Dogs with a herding instinct or a high chase drive might particularly like to play ball games. Just remember to make sure that the ball is the right size for your dog and not too small to prevent choking. Even better, you can get a ball with a rope attached. Number 2, Kongs. For dogs that are food motivated and in need of mental stimulation, Kongs can be a great source of entertainment. Just stuff some treats in and let your dog snuffle them out. Great for hot days too, just stuff it with peanut butter or cream cheese. Throw it in the freezer for an hour and you have an occupied dog. Kongs can double up as a play toy too. They have an uneven bounce so can be lots of fun to chase. Number 3, squeaky toys. Squeaky toys trigger your dog's instinct to pounce and shake and can also be used to get your dog's attention. Though you might want to steer clear if you have a dog that gets easily overexcited. Number 4, raggers and rubber rings. Playing with your dog is a great bonding experience for both of you. Raggers and rubber rings are a great way of playing tug of war with your dog, which most dogs find really exciting. If this happens to be your dog's favourite game and they get really excited, it's important to teach them how to play tug of war first. Teach them when to take it, and when to let go. Off. Good boy. This will keep your game really enjoyable and safe for you both. Number 5, treat balls. Lastly, if you're looking to make meal times more entertaining for your dog, then a treat ball is perfect for those dogs that love a puzzle. It works by putting your dog's meal portion of dry food into the hole at the top of the ball and popping it on the floor in front of them. Your dog will use their nose and paws to bat the ball around and are rewarded with bits of food that fall out of the hole in the ball. For more pet advice videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel or check out our website.
Brilliant ideas, and you know what? It might even keep you entertained making them. Give it a go, and if you do make one, send us a pic at media@animalsearchuk.co.uk. And so finally, it's a really tough time for all charities, so Cats Protection have put together a great film that gives you a guide if you want to raise some much needed funds.
If you're watching this, then you're considering taking on a challenge to help cats, just like these cat champions did. Our international challenges raise around £30,000 a year for the cats, so are extremely valuable to the charity. No doubt you're feeling like this, and a bit like this. We know how daunting fundraising can be, and what a huge commitment it is to pledge to raise thousands of pounds. But you can do this. You are not on your own. You'll meet fellow cat champions on training days for the larger challenges, and you can join our event Facebook group where everyone motivates each other. And we're always here to help you. Now, donations don't just come rolling in. You'll need to think practically, plan events and think of ideas that will bring in large amounts of money. But most importantly, enjoy yourself. Before you know it, you're well on your way to reaching your pledge. It's important for you to know that a percentage of your sponsorship will go towards certain trip expenses. But the thousands that you will raise for this unique challenge goes to the cats. You may be doubting the time you have to fundraise or your ability to run a fundraising event, but we can help you with any concerns you have. The important thing to remember is you can do this. So proudly don your cat badges, bandanas and shirts and come and experience the challenge of a lifetime as a cat champion.
Great ideas there, and I'm sure it's given you and your friends plenty to think about. And remember, you can still get involved with the 2.6 challenge for any charity. So have a think, do something for charity. Well, that's it for this episode. Remember to like and share, and if there's anything you feel we should be showing, drop us a line at media@animalsearchuk.co.uk. As always, stay safe, and we'll see you next time on Animal Search TV.